we invite everyone to address our assembly with words of inspiration, lessons learned, and passionate ideas. Every opinion expressed here is strictly that of the person who gives us. Let us consciously and lovingly agree to disagree if it does not resonate with us. Today's topic is, what is it?
Super awareness.
Super awareness. And it's a pleasure to introduce our speaker, Lydia. She'll give you a brief bio. We just know her as our wonderful, energetic volunteer.
Thank you.
Sure. Is this
You
in
can
your
take
way?
it if you want. Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you. I need the space. Good morning, everyone. Got a good full house here. Okay, about myself. That's the easy part. Just kidding. My name is Lydia Plescia. Maiden name Polisena. Just kidding. Anyway, it's true. I'm not kidding. But what I wanted to say is that I was born in Cleveland, and I was in every normal little girl, just nothing special as far as, spiritual stuff. Not that I'm aware of anyway, but I just thought I'd say that because I met so many really cool people that have had a lot of really neat experiences, and that's not me, but I have my own. And so anyway, when I was 18 or 19, well, I met someone over the phone, my soon-to-be husband, but I met him over the phone, and I ended up leaving Cleveland. He lived in California and Los Angeles, and that's where I lived for 35 years. And that was a big part of who I was and who I am. I made that. That's what I wanted to do. Anyway, so then, I finally created it not working out, and I do take responsibility for everything. I decided to move back to Cleveland because my dad said I would never come back. And even though he was already gone, I still told him in heaven. I came back. And I wanted to start here with my friends that I left and my family that I left. And that's why I came back. And I'm getting used to the weather. Finally, it took 7 years. I'm finally getting used to it. It doesn't bother me if it snows. Go ahead, let it snow. I have a snowblower now. I love it. Anyway, so anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit about my history, and that I came here in Cleveland at the end of 2017, and it took me a few years till my niece Samantha brought me to this church, who she is on Zoom right now. Thank you, Sam, for being here. Anyway, and my cousin Joanne, who also lived in California, and she moved here too to be with her family, because it certainly isn't the weather. But anyway, it's okay. We Californians have that deal. We have great weather. It's hard to get over. But anyway, I'm over that. Okay, so getting back to coming here in 2020, I learned about the church in January, and it was where I found home. And my life has changed since then. I've been a spiritual being like I've never been, where I'm focusing on it all the time. And I have to admit the mediums brought me in here, but it's not the mediums that keep me here. It's not the mediums, it's the spirits. It's the love. And I feel so at home here. This is truly my family. And I get really emotional when I think about the people here, because it's just so nice to have people that I really do feel close to. Even if we just start talking, there are people I don't know in this audience here, but if I start talking to you, I get to learn who you are. And it's familiar, more so than even my family members. Some family members are familiar in certain ways, but I just am a big fan of this church, and that's why it's been my life the last few years. And there's a lot of reasons why it's been my life. It's not like, I had the plan to be such a big part of me, but it is because I needed to be here for many reasons, not just for my own. But I am so happy that things are getting better. And it was a tough year for me and for a lot of people at this church. And I am feeling like the love is coming back. And I don't want to say it was gone, but I did have a lot of issues with myself dealing with things. I wasn't dealing with things the best I could. I mean, we can always hindsight type of thing. You can always do better. But anyway, I think that's really all I need to talk about myself. I just wanted to give you an idea that this church means a lot, and I am so happy to be a part of it. Okay, so now I'm bringing this subject of super awareness to y'all because it's part of what's happening in the collective, and I wanted to share that with you to bring you more awareness to this. Just need a sip of water. Okay. Anyway. Okay. I want to get comfortable. Super awareness is a multi-dimensional sense. That's what there's a lot of dimensions to this. Now, where I'm getting this information is through a source, an entity called Cryon. Some of you may know of Cryon and some may not. And Cryon is similar to other channels such as Abraham Hicks. They're popular. And let's see. Anybody want to name of any more popular channels? Well, I grew up with Lazarus in the 80s. Who?
Matt Kahn.
Matt Kahn is a channel? He channels through? I didn't know that. I've heard of him. Okay, that's interesting.
Edward Casey.
Edward Casey, that's right. Joanne knows that. That's my cousin on Zoom. Anyway, okay, so anyway, my point is that's who Cryon is, and the subject is the super awareness. And why it's called super is because it's the time of where we are at now. All of us who are learning about any spirituality, you've heard of the shift. And this is something I will read about to help understand if you don't really understand what the shift is. It's been going on for a long time, and I'll explain that in a minute. But I wanted to, I'm going to be referring to Cryon a lot, and in this talk. Now, this is this is a 4-part series here, not series, a 4-part channel, a 4-part list, a 4-part. There's just many different parts to this. There's 4, and I'm going to start with the first one is self-awareness, and what makes, now we've heard of self-awareness before, so it's not like it's anything new, but the new part is because we're in the shift. So, and what that means is that this is a bigger way of thinking about something. There is something happening on this planet. It's an enhancement of your consciousness and your ability to be more aware. And I printed out a few pages here that I'm going to leave right over here for people to see. And I could take a picture for Zoom people at another time if you want it. Just let me know. Anyway, I'm going to read about what the shift is. It's an increased awareness is my bottom line, is what I want to say about that. But the shift refers to passing the 2012 marker, precession of the equinox, and the subsequent birth of the energies on the planet. A combination of a rise in human consciousness, increased vibration of Gaia, and all the recalibration of all the consciousness grids. So that is kind of what it is. And if you all remember, because a lot of people in here have lived a lifetime of consciousness of spirituality, the harmonic convergence, that happened in 1987. and actually on August 16th and 17th. I only say that because that was when Samantha was born. I love to bring that up, that she came into the earth on that day. She is one special girl to me and to everybody. But anyway, okay, so on the harmonic conversions, that was the beginning. This is the event that set the stage for the planetary shift of consciousness. And I wrote this here as a description of what that is. So if you guys want to look at it, I'm going to leave it right over here. And of course, the precession of equinoxes, I wrote that too. And anything that you also might want to know what that means. So that helps us understand. So I'm going to put it over there. Anyway, okay. So this is my inspiration to want to share this, because this is going to help us live in this new shift. So having a consciousness to reach out beyond the self-awareness, ask the question, what is my awareness of my part in the cosmos? We are starting to ask the big questions. Is there something bigger than ourselves? Can you really go to bed at night and perhaps meditate and not be aware that you have a grander purpose in the universe? Now, most of us know that we believe in past lives. This is just something that this group of people believe in. And if you want to ask yourself, when I'm not human, who am I? And that is something that is something to think about. These are the bigger questions, okay? As long as the Creator has been the Creator, so have you. But what if I have a bigger place in the cosmos? What does that mean to me? Since we are a part of the Creator, we have a bit of magnificence. You are love. You are bigger than you have ever thought you are, and you could be or were. And this is what we all deserve in this new energy, is to understand, so that why we came here. This is why we came here. All of us have reincarnated on this time. We came here for this, because this is such an exciting time to live. I mean, it really is an exciting time to be alive, and we're all experiencing it at this time, and it's just so cool. So Cryon gives a series of 4 channels, and to translate channels, again, the 4 levels, 4 attributes, whatever, on the super awareness. Each channel is a different level of awareness. How many of you have had awarenesses that God is bigger than you are told? You have a piece of the Creator. I know this sounds redundant, but I have to read it just so we go over it. The Creator that allows you to ponder self-awareness. Self-awareness is not a product of your brain. The first item on the 4th level is awareness of being self-aware. Are you able to reach out beyond being self-aware and ask your role in the cosmos? Is this something bigger? You have a grander purpose in this universe, higher consciousness thinking about your self-awareness in a super enhanced awareness of you. As long as the Creator has been in its external existence, so have you. If you are part of the Creator, you are a part of what was created and understand why it was created. You helped plan and create who you are as a human. It means you are not here by accident, and there is a grander, greater plan that is also known of you by you. Okay, so that is number 1, ourself. Okay, now number 2 is awareness of others. And a lot of people, we're all different. There are people who, somebody walks in the door, they don't even pay attention to them at all. Or you could be that way too. I mean, we're all the same in a lot of ways, but then there's people, you walk in the door and you feel their energy, you feel what's going on. And a lot of us feel that. And that is part of being aware. But there is a different way, a new way of awareness, which is a super awareness of looking at the person who comes in. No matter what they're feeling and where they're at, we look at their soul, and that is their soul awareness, and that is the awareness of others. But that's the bottom line. And I'm just going to read a little bit more, so I'm thorough to make sure you all get what this message is about. So a high living awareness of others around you is being aware of their soul, to extend that no matter what they say or do, the first thing you see is love. When more and more humans are aware of the others in high level of awareness, there is less judgment, no anger, no frustration. You look at their soul first. The kindness and compassion that results in that is mastery. All those things are a living awareness of others. When more and more people start living awareness, there is far, far less judgment. There's no anger, no more frustration. The only way to create this reality is to allow it to be. And that is really what this is about, is to really understanding how we can make this in our lives. So I would like to throw this at you as something to discuss with Spirit. So, dear Spirit, I allow my consciousness to see past everything I was told. Dear Spirit, I give an allowance for the higher awareness of everything. I realize this planet is ratcheting up a notch in dimensionality, and I want to be a part of it. And that is the truth, and that is the simplicity of it. You are now able to start thinking higher than you have ever before, that you were before. Higher thinking, living awareness, much more being self-aware. We are aware of the higher, we are aware of our higher self. We are aware of our souls by now the souls of others. Kryon teaches this because this will be the key to peace on earth. And I will just make a comment about this, about what that means, peace on earth, because of how we respond or not respond to others. The way I want to respond to others is when I see a person, stranger I've never met, the first thing I feel is love, and they are a soul. I see their soul, and if you apply this to everything, I mean it, and everybody, it really will help the peace on earth, and that's what we all want. I know that because we don't like war to be a part of our life or any of that stuff that we don't want a part of. So, okay. So that is number 2. I need a drink. Sorry, it's hard to keep reading. That's a belief. I take that back. It's not hard. I just don't like to interrupt. But I am a human being. I need a drink. Okay. It's good for me. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So number 3, awareness of Gaia. Gaia, some people don't know what that word means. And it's kind of new to me in the last few years. But Gaia is another word for earth. And I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe it's Greek mythology where it actually came from. Yeah. And anyway, a shift to consciousness of the planet allows you to go into multidimensional thinking, sometimes that has not been available before now. A beautiful awareness of the planet Gaia. Kryon says to us, it's our partner, the earth. I thought that was something worth bringing up because I like that. Gaia is our partner. And because without it, this is what humans are at. We're part of Earth. Anyway, so this is number 3. And Gaia is, the indigenous have always had awareness of Gaia. It is time to return to your own higher awareness of Gaia. Gaia is not the dirt you walk on. All the air you breathe has come from Gaia. All the air you breathe out goes back to Gaia. We need to give love, credibility, kindness, compassion, and awareness to Gaia. Gaia is the name of the earth so that you can recognize this sentience. Sentience is a word that would stop me. So that's why I'm telling you it's a feeling or sensation. That's what that means. So I'll read it again. Gaia is a name given to the earth so that you can recognize the sentience of the planet. How about the people living in the cities? Okay, they can't really go to the park like we have parks everywhere in this city. But like in LA, there's not as many parks and there's a lot of cement. And so how do you really get to be with Gaia? Or how can you be a part of it and love Gaia? Well, that would be Gaia is still connected. You're breathing her, you're eating her resources, your vegetables, everything, that's what that's So even if you live in a metropolitan place, that is, you can still love Gaia, and it's important because it's something that it's time to be aware of the earth. A lot of people here are, and even last week's speaker talked about that, and loving the earth and loving nature. So Gaia, the planet loves you, and there is a significant partnership between you and her. You can give thanks to Gaia every morning when you wake up. This is the higher dimensional thinking, a living awareness of the planet. You can pray in the morning just for 30 seconds, just a little bit of time to be able to give thanks to our Mother Earth. And it's just a great awareness to help us. Because when we do this, it helps everything. It's just part of the plan. So I'll leave it at that. Okay. Now it brings us to the fourth one. So we're almost wrapping this up. Okay. The fourth one is the awareness of love. And these are in no particular order. All these are equal. Of course, love is everything. So it seems like it's, the number one, but everything's all the same importance. Becoming more multidimensional, and that is what the planet is, that's what we are, and how to become more multidimensional. This is what we all are striving, but we don't need to know. Just like, did you take training for how to fall in love? I mean, I know that was the easiest thing I ever did. Nobody taught me how to do that. You just, you don't need training. And that's kind of like with the multidimensional, you don't need training. It just happens naturally, and you'll see. Now, getting back to love. Love has so many meanings. Love is multidimensional. You can love the Creator, which is the most you could ever love, is the Creator. Our spouse, our kids, our animals, the planet. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to love. Love has an attribute, dear ones, that offer presence itself automatically. And when it does, the human psychic grabs it. It loves it. It just is there. By allowing the awareness of all four attributes, levels, channels, however you want to say it, we are on the road to, I want to word this myself, because I should have wrote this one down. It's okay. Okay. It might come up. It probably come up. That's why I wrote this other stuff. Let me go to this because this will help. Awareness of love. This is the fourth channel of super awareness. The subject for this channel is living awareness of love. On the other side of the veil, love is all there is. As you increase your living awareness, love can mean something more to you. Cryon talks about the love of the Creator for you. This is the beginning of all the other awarenesses. You can sit and be quiet. That's, we talked about a little about that. What do all doctrines of all religions have? Love. It's the love of God. Can you find it? With enhanced living awareness, you are going to feel loved. The next time you are worried or have anxiety, be quiet and put out your hand and say thank you for the love. Dear Spirit, love me. Love will clear all the fears, worries, and anxieties. You are posturing yourself for benevolence. It's funny, I can say this word. Benevolence. Look how beautiful you all are. I love that you can say, say it one more time. Benevolence. Benevolence is a quality of being. That's what that word means. That word is one that I get stuck in. Okay, anyway, no judgments. I'm okay, Lydia. Okay, you are paving the ground in front of you for benevolence when you pave it with love. And that is what I'm saying, is that that was the line that I wanted to say. Can you work with this? Can you get out of anxiety and fear simply by moving into the exercise that will bring love? Love is the key, the catalyst, and all there is on the other side of the veil. Now, I just want to say, when we ask our angels and guides for help, what do they do for us? They love us. That is what they do for us. So I just want to thank you for the love. Dear Spirit, thank you for loving me. Love is the key. It's all there is on the other side. And I am going to end this talk now and just say that I love myself, and I'm working on that every day. And I love all of you, and I love Gaia and the Creator, and so it is. I love y'all. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
I know I love it.
Okay.
Anybody have questions?
Comments or questions? Okay.
I just have a comment too. I think when we're thinking about gratitude and the love that's around us, is to also give gratitude that we here and many others are capable of recognizing that. You know, the capacity. I mean, there are some people that are so caught in anger and so caught in whatever, that love is the furthest thing from their mind. That's not what we're about here. And many others. I'm not just being exclusive. So I give gratitude that I'm able to perceive and receive love as well as give it, and give it to Gaia as well. So yeah.
I believe you can hear that. I believe you could hear Cindy. She was Reverend Cindy. That is beautiful. And that's what we've been learning. And we're one.
It's true.
We're one. I love that. Anybody else have any other questions, comments? Okay. Oh, go ahead, Reverend Barbara.
I would just like to add to what Lydia said. Pick a marker, pick Memorial Day or pick July 4th, and watch how much easier it is if some of the things that she was talking about seem a little difficult for you, especially the multidimensional part. Now, as I'm speaking, I'm talking to the part of you whose butt is on the chair in this room, not the part of you that is over in Gaza ministering to people who have been shot or whatever, or in Israel, or any other place that you may be simultaneously. If this thought just blows your mind, watch at Memorial Day or July 4th how much easier it is to believe that kind of information. Because as we are changing, as the shift is happening, the cosmos, the planets, the stars are also shifting to help make it easier for all of this to happen. That's my point.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, for some people it may be difficult, and your talk was wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Shifting us ahead.
Thank you. That means a lot from Reverend Barbara. I hope you could hear that. This really picks up a lot, so I have confidence that you all were able to hear that. I do love everyone here. Every comment, last week we had people come up here, and it was so wonderful because we get to see how wonderful everyone is. Look, this is not normal. They don't do things like that in other churches. I'm not saying we're better than, it's just fun. I just like it. Anyway, we have another person. Just one more thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Lydia, thank you so much for getting up there and for sharing. You did a great job. And thanks for reminding us.
Oh, thank you. I tell you, the love, it's so wonderful. Oh, one more. Okay, go ahead.
You, not only do you talk the talk, you walk the walk.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
And
Did you hear that? That's it.
Okay, so Lydia, not only do you talk the talk, but you walk the walk. And working side by side with you, and you're real, you're honest. You're like, hey, I screwed up, but I want to be better, and it's all because you love, like, and that's you're real and authentic. And I love you, my friend, and I'm proud of you. And that was That was awesome. So thank you for sharing you with us in the church. Love you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. People don't want to get up, and it would have been nice for you to see how, beautiful everyone is, but it's okay. It's the thought. I just, means a lot to me. It's a judgment. I'm sorry. I love everyone. I'm just leaving it at that. Okay.
Thank you for teaching us what Gaia is. I love that concept. That's new to me. Oh, Gaia, that's a new concept to me. Thank you. Makes a lot of sense and feels really good. Thank you, Lydia. That was great. Oh, you're.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.